I've been getting flirtatious vibes all morning long coming from one place.
Oh, Jeffrey.
The office fire alarm button.
Huh?
Oh, wait.
It has
What?
been eyeing me, whispering, "Come on. Do it, you naughty boy. Pull me."
Ooh, and it's bright red.
Wait, it comes
So,
with sound effects?
I need to distract myself from doing
Okay.
something real naughty by going around the room real quick and just asking all of you, what's been on your mind? We're going to start with Brooke. Brooke, what's on your mind?
Oh my gosh. You know, having kids, quite the adventure.
I bet.
You just never know what they're going to ask you. And I was walking home from the grocery store with my 9-year-old daughter, and she hit me with, like, out of the blue, like, "So, Mom, how are babies made?" And I'm like,
wow, that is a big question.
I'm
Do you
not-
go with the explanation or the live demonstration?
Okay.
What's the better option?
No, I started panicking, and I'm like, well, you know, there's a lot of different ways these days. Like, my voice got higher. I'm
Kinda
like,
true,
there's the
yeah.
miracle of science. Some people choose to, some.
yeah.
And she's like, no, Mom, no. I need to know how a boy and a girl make one. And she is like grilling me like an attorney. Like, she keeps like interrupting me. I'm like,
Well, because she knows you know. Like, when I need information, I ask you because you're the smartest person I know. She knows that you know.
Or
Yeah,
maybe
well-
she doesn't think you know. Maybe she's trying to test you. Well, I guess what I learned, I bet my
Even
mom
better.
doesn't know how it works.
Even
that
better.
could be because I was like, listen, I have not prepped for this question yet, Nora. I was like, I don't know how to explain this to you without terrifying you. You
Wow,
know?
you've only had
Yeah.
10 years to think about how you're going to tell her this.
It just wasn't on my register,
Yeah,
you know?
right.
Like, it
It's
wasn't
gonna
on my
happen.
radar. And so
Yeah.
I was like, well, I can tell you that there's like a fluid exchange.
Brooke, you said the words
What?
fluid exchange to a child?
You went science to fluid exchange.
You're supposed to be like love.
Okay.
She freaks out. She's
Yeah,
like,
I wonder why.
gross. She goes, do you mean spit? And I'm like,
Oh,
you know
okay.
what? You know what?
Depends on how kinky you are.
I went directly home and I signed us up for a puberty class. So
Alright.
What's a beauty
Yeah.
class?
I don't know, but that feels like it's gonna be the start
Do you
to
go
a good.
with her to the puberty class?
Yes,
Oh,
at the
no.
hospital. We're gonna do it at the hospital.
Okay, I thought it was like a Zoom thing.
God.
You're like, you just don't do your puberty
No,
classes.
no, we're
That'd
gonna
be
go
better,
together.
That would
honestly.
be.
Well, we've set up a GoFundMe. If you'd like to contribute to Brooke's daughter's therapy, which is going to need to start immediately, make sure you send in as much money as possible.
Oh my goodness.
Jose, what's been on your mind? Speaking of fluid exchange, go ahead.
So I had some friends that flew in from out of town, and so I'm playing tour guide.
Yeah.
And as I'm giving them a tour, I'm taking them to like, different spots around the city, and I stopped for this one shop, and I saw the sign, and all of a sudden, this history lesson just starts flooding into my brain. Like,
Oh, from like a kid?
yeah, like when I was younger doing this tour, I remembered
Oh.
the
Oh.
information.
From a field trip or
Yeah,
something.
or something. I can't
Okay.
even tell you what, but I remember, I go, wait a minute. Actually, this started in the 1800s when this happened. And then this, and everything made sense, and they were all super impressed.
Oh
with
my
me,
God.
Right?
Wow.
I was
Dude.
like, this is great. I'm good at this, right? Then later, I take them out to a crab feast.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm naturally, all of a sudden, go, by the way, there's a whole difference between different crab structures, their
Okay,
body
this one's no
shapes,
surprise.
the
Yeah.
meat structure,
Yeah.
even their migration patterns
Yeah.
are a lot different, which
Yeah.
is why this is a sweeter crab
Yeah.
than the other crab you would
Right,
have.
You do that at tables that you're not even sitting at.
Yeah.
You'll walk up to somebody else, be like, by the way, you know that meal.
I did do that when we were at lunch once.
Yes.
I
You
took them
did.
to another table.
I don't think it was just once, but yeah.
But anyway, at the end of it, they thanked me like, wow, we had no idea you had all this seafood knowledge and all this city knowledge. And next thing you know, I realized, like, I love to talk.
Oh,
you just
now
realized it, huh?
realized
I
that.
could
Yeah.
be a tour guide.
Oh my God, it would be.
Am
yes,
I right? I would
Yes.
take people places.
Honest to God.
But how long would the tour be? Is what I want.
Way too long.
Yeah.
You would be at one spot for a good 25 minutes.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
This just in, 8 tourists leapt from a moving double-decker bus out of sheer terror for
Yeah.
having to stay on this
Yeah.
tour.
So anyway, if anyone needs tours, holler at me.
Okay.
All right, we'll get right on that. Alexis,
I like it.
what's been on your mind?
So there's like a popular face cream, like an anti-aging one, you know, like tretinoid, whatever. But you have to get
Like with retinol or something in it?
like something like that. That's really popular, and I wanted it. But you have to get a prescription from a dermatologist for it.
Oh, it's like a legit.
It's like a preventative
okay.
one, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to go to the doctor or pay to go to the doctor.
Oh.
So
Okay.
I found a guy online.
Oh, I
okay?
bet you did.
boy.
Totally legit. Keep going.
I saw
I
online.
think you should always buy creams from a guy you find online.
Well, I thought I'm gonna save money, okay? And it seemed easy. You just filled out like a survey about yourself. You submitted your face from like a bunch of different angles. And then you paid a fee for them to send your info to a doctor, and then they get back to you.
right.
The
You
doctor's
give it-
like, I need a few pictures with your shirt off, too. Can you send those over?
Feet pics.
That's funny. I was thinking fingerprints and social security. Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of different angles to
Totally
this.
legit.
Fingerprints and footprints.
Yeah.
Totally,
It wasn't suspicious at this point. They seemed so legit.
Okay.
But then I didn't hear back from them for
No.
a few weeks.
Oh.
A few
Little
weeks.
sketch.
So then I emailed and I was like, hey, you know, I never heard back. And they were like, well, we've been trying to contact you. Can you confirm your phone number?
Oh.
So then I called them from my phone number. And then they still just never gave me the cream.
I was going to say, you have been looking older lately. That must be why.
It's been a little bit. And as I thought about it, I realized I might never get my face cream.
Yeah. They probably have your number now,
Yeah,
too.
I
so-
would-
They actually have my number, my email, my credit card info, because I was charged a fee,
no.
photos of my face, and a survey all about myself in detail that I thought the doctor wanted.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's gonna happen.
I
but
think you-
Always trust guys online.
Good thing you got your money's worth.
I
you
get
know?
it. I mean, not really.
Get your cream.
I didn't get it.
All right,
So anyways.
Jeffrey, what's on your mind?
If you didn't know, every Friday I write and sing a parody song of the week.
Yeah.
Been doing that
It's
for
If
great.
you didn't know, you're missing out. You got to hear the song.
I mean, it's pretty amazing. You do a brand new one every week.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Awesome,
doing it for
brother.
years now, just hoping and praying for the
Yeah.
day management says enough is enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the history behind it is my mom used to do parody songs for the Dr. Demento show years ago.
Yeah.
Don't Google it. But now that she's retired, she's got that creative itch again.
I can kind of tell sometimes on our Facebook.
And so she's gotten back into writing funny songs and performing them live around LA.
Yeah.
And she's been calling me lately to get my feedback.
Oh, no.
And how is she doing that? By singing them to me over the phone.
Oh, please tell me we have a recording of one.
No, and look,
Oh, Jeffrey.
I'm
How dare you
totally
disappoint me?
I am totally happy for her. Kind of sad for me though, because
Why?
her sense of humor is very sexual.
Oh.
Oh, no. she's
Why
just
did
singing you
I thought you were
sex
going to
songs?
say political.
It's
like
that,
what?
but lately it's more sexual, and it makes me
Sexual
uncomfortable to hear my mom singing about these things, because her latest one is about a guy who's frustrated.
Yeah.
So he finds comfort in a bagel.
Oh.
Oh,
And I'm not going to say
God.
any
I
more
know
on the topic,
I
but
think we all know.
yeah, maybe the worst part is now she's calling local bagel shops asking if they want to sponsor her song about the lonely guy with the bagel.
Wow. I mean, I was going to ask if I could use one of the songs to help explain things to my daughter, but
Yeah,
I
that may
may.
help her.
It's just going to
That's
confuse her more than
Yeah.
anything else.
They need to get her on the show, Jeff.
All I can do is be like, try to be a supportive son and say, "You're doing great, Mom.
Yeah.
You got this. Keep at it."
Yeah.
And if at some point she wants me to star in the music video for the bagel song,
Oh, no.
I don't know what's going to happen.
She's
Yeah.
like, what about the
Yeah.
music video for Whip Me With Your
Yeah.
Best Whip?
Yeah.
No?
I'm in trouble here. So
Good luck,
Wow,
Jeff.
that's
Jeff.
what's on my mind.
That's hard.
Yeah,
You're never going to be able to eat a bagel the same way
Yeah,
again.
that's
That's for
rough,
sure.
dude.
Text in 78592. Tell us what's been on your mind. It's Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.